The man picks up a white bird and throws it into the air. The white bird circled around in the sky. It flew back. The man tried to give him some food, but the bird flew straight at him. The man was shocked. He ran for his life, but the bird wasn't going anywhere. It flew right up to the man's shoulder. "What's going on here? This strange bird is a wild spoonbill. Not long ago, he found this white bird by chance. The little spoonbill wasn't breathing at the time." Seeing the poor little guy, the man brought him back to the rescue and named him Mike, in order to help him to recover as soon as possible. The man mixed all kinds of meat and fed him with a spoon. The man took care of him day after day. The little spoonbill grew up very quickly. Michael has a pair of beautiful long legs and white feathers. In the long time we have been together, Mike has come to think of the man as his father. Wherever he went, Mike would always follow him. He's like a clinging child. For this kind of situation, the man had no choice. He didn't expect Mike to be so dependent on him. But after all, spoonbills are wild animals, unlike pets, which led him to be a bit more casual. He often leaves his feces on the floor, but the man was very tolerant of this. The man is very tolerant. He takes great pains to clean it up, but as soon as he wipes it up, and the other side produces new feces, if he's not careful, the whole room is covered in garbage. There's nothing else to do. The man had to take a rag and clean it up. After all, he's the one who raised the little spoonbill. He could only bear this alone. Seeing that the man's mood was a little down, Mike knew he had made another mistake. He surrounded the man and begged for forgiveness. The man realized that it was time. It's time for Mike to return to nature. This spoonbill has been in his care since he was a child. He was barely able to adapt to life in the wild, so he trained Mike to hunt. The man helped him to build an artificial pond and put some small fish in it so that he can learn the skill of hunting. Half an hour went by. Mike hadn't caught a single fish. The man decided to show Mike how to catch a fish. The man decided to show Mike himself. With his patient guidance, Mike finally caught a small fish. After several days of training, Mike has mastered the art of fishing. Seeing this scene, the man was very pleased. He began to train Mike's flying ability. The man picked up the spoonbill and threw him into the air. The little spoonbill is a little nervous. After adjusting his condition, Mike soon flew into the distance, watching the spoonbill flying in the sky. The man is also very happy. After flying around for a while, Mike flew back again. A few days later, the man took Mike with him and went to the spoonbill's rookery. He pointed to a small island in the distance and told Mike, "That's your real home. You should live with your own kind." Seeing his kind in the distance, Mike was walking slowly towards the front, but he hesitated at the thought of leaving the men. He hesitated. After a moment's thought, Mike turned to the man. He pecked the man's arm, as if to tell the man that he didn't want to leave. The man remembers the good times they had. An inexplicable sadness suddenly came over him. It turns out that animals, like us humans, they also have rich feelings. Looking at the little spoonbill he raised, the man's heart was deeply saddened. The animal expert was also touched by his feelings. He suggested to send Mike to the zoo, to live with his own kind for a while, and then return him to the wild. And so it was. Mike was sent to the zoo. He was very lonely in this strange environment. He went to the corner alone to stare. Because of the strict hierarchy in the spoonbill, Mike was ostracized by his own kind. Only when the other spoonbills have finished eating, before he dares to eat the rest of the fish. When he found out what happened to Mike, the man rushed to the zoo. He was worried about Mike's health. As the man called out softly, Mike slowly turned his head. He ran to the man with joy. He was so happy that he could not tell him, as if he was talking to the man. This is perhaps the most sincere emotion between humans and animals.